happy day. Today I just figured I would vlog a little bit. I already filmed some vlog clips of me talking about like a book update. This is the third book in the Prison Healer trilogy. This is the first fantasy book that I've read in so long that hasn't been a reread. I was looking on like the books that I've read in this year, and I've read, out of 34 books, I've read 5 fantasy books, which is shocking. Before this year and like the end of last year, I solely read fantasy books. Actually, I don't know if it was the end of last year. It might have been like, I don't know, it was definitely before that. Red, White, and Royal Blue. I think that was like the first romance book that I've ever read that wasn't on Wattpad or something. And then now I'm like really shocked at how much has changed. But I was kind of realizing how much I missed fantasy while I was reading this, because there's some elements of fantasy that made me want to start writing a book in the first place. It felt good reading a fantasy book again, and especially this series, because I love the Prison Healer series. The first book, loved it. Second book, I don't know how to compare it to this one, but I think that might have been my favorite one of the series, but this one was just as good in my opinion. The thing is, fantasy and romance overlap so much. I would not be reading this book if it didn't have any romance in it, because romance is one of the most entertaining things for me when reading a book. I mean, I read books without them, but I read those a lot slower. I think that fantasy books, when it comes to romance, just have a way, some romance books do this too, of giving you little tiny crumbs and then it feeling like just like everything. And this book does exactly that. I've been annotating like a lot more than I have. I used to just not annotate my books. Wait, this is like ASMR. I gave this 5 stars. When I was studying abroad, I took like 2 disposable cameras with me. I turned them in a month ago to CVS and I haven't gotten them back, so I think if I call, hopefully they'll just have them ready. And I'm also gonna order to print a bunch of just regular photos for my phone. I'm basically just gonna be taking with me. The day is kind of unknown. I have no idea what kind of footage I'm gonna get today, but I'm just doing it. So yeah, let's get on going out the house. Am I stalling? No, I'm not stalling. No, I'm not. It's a while later. It was 113 degrees today. My car felt hotter than outside temperature. I was trying to get my AC to work. It was just blowing out just scorching hot air. I went and I got my photos, and it's a fun little surprise because you have no idea how the pictures are gonna look. Some of them looked awful, but I did love others. I recently finished watching Good Girls on Netflix. That show is like genius. I feel like I want to talk about it with someone, but I have no one to talk about it with because no one I know watches it. I kind of watched it like in patches. I guess like when each new season came out, but it's been a while since I started watching it and I forgot how good it is. Just in case I didn't already film and talk about this, this is the last book that I just recently read. It's Chain of Gold, the Cassandra Clare book. I don't know why I said it like that, but I really tabbed this one quite a lot. This book was awesome. It was amazing. I gave it 4 stars. If you want to start with her books, I think Infernal Devices is the best place to start. If you're going in order of timeline, I'm pretty sure Infernal Devices comes first. I loved Infernal Devices so much, and then this one's like their kids. I won't say who's kids. It was so cool just seeing the relationships that are still there after all those years, and the friendships. The vibes of these books are just like, it's unbeatable. It's perfect for going into fall because it's spooky. These books never fail to draw me in. All of her books that I've read are those books where I do not want to stop reading. Like, you have to claw these books out of my hands. You have to literally pry them out of my claw grip on them. I read them obsessively and I can't stop. I recommend it. If you haven't read Infernal Devices, I recommend reading Infernal Devices first because that enhances the experience of this book so much. I hope I'm getting the order right that I'm saying to read them, but just in case, maybe look it up if you're thinking of reading them beforehand so that I'm not screwing you over. The package that I got was perfumes. I got a perfume a while back on this perfume dupe website, and they make dupes of popular perfumes. Good Girl Herrera, Good Girl or whatever. I got the dupe of that. I'm almost out of it. That one's kind of like fruity, florally, very sweet. I got 2. I just kept thinking if I could like layer something and make it smell really good, it'd be so great. And they actually have recommendations for layering, but hear me out. Do you ever like get these type of boxes and you literally don't know how to open it? It's like, Never mind. The first one that I got, Floral Marshmallow. This is the one that people say Rihanna wears. My sister got this one. This is the one that I just got. This one's called Woody Chestnut. Oh, I love this one. I instantly feel like I'm sitting by a fireplace and it's like cold and raining outside and I'm in like a leather chair. Does it smell like wood? Yeah. Oh my god, this smells So I'm so happy that I don't actually hate it. I'm gonna be starting on The Infinity Between Us. It's like a summery second chance, and since it's basically like fall already, I figured I would go through all of my summery books first. Although so many romances are like summery, I mean, I'm probably always gonna be reading those types of books, but this one's like especially a summer romance type of book. It's hours later. I've gotten distracted. I forgot that I was doing this. That's a lie. I didn't forget. I just didn't do it. Let me read the back and hype myself up. 18 years of summer spent in a beach house in Algonquit. I don't know if I said that right. Had brought Violet Mitchell and Will Seberg together. He has C in his name, and this takes place at a beach. Funny. They spend every waking minute together, first as friends, until one summer changed everything. Before the two even had a chance to claim the love they'd spent their entire lives creating, disaster struck, tearing the two lovers and their families apart. She just punched this dude in the shower. She went to the beach house because they were selling it, and she's like, what, is someone here? Why is the shower on? Like, no one's supposed to be there. So what she does is she goes up to the bathroom and she just punches the current, like, and of course this is the meet again cute. I got to page 42. I think I'm gonna end it for tonight. It's like 11 p.m. and I'm pretty tired. They're just going back and forth between the current summer and the older one. The current summer and the summer of 5 years ago. By the time it starts in the past, they already know each other very well. That's kind of different from the other ones that I've read that are like this. A lot of times they start from like when they first met each other onwards, which this might get into that eventually, but I mean 18 years is kind of a long time, and both times it's went back in time. It was the summer of 5 years ago, so I'm guessing that's the summer where they actually got together. It's kind of weird that I just read like 2 fantasy books and now I'm reading a romance again, because now I'm just like in the mood for fantasy. I am liking this so far, but yeah, also I love, this is random, but I really like this highlighting color. The color matches the front of the book perfectly and it makes me so happy. All right, I'm gonna get ready for bed and get cozy and go to sleep. Does anyone else get extremely sad when the sun sets? I just see it happening. It makes me so melancholy. Hey, this is me from earlier filming the outro ahead of time. Vlogs always feel so random to me, but it is fun, and in the end I end up liking what's in it usually. I have more book videos coming up that I'm really excited about, so there's gonna be a lot on here. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment, I don't know. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, it's at Farrah's Books, and then my bookstagram is the same thing, so everything is at Farrah's Books. I'll see you in the next one.